Most people don't realize that Nigeria is the sixth largest nation on earth
Wow.
and is on track by 2030 to be the third largest nation on earth by 2050. By 2050, 1 in 13 human beings will be Nigerian.
Holy God, someone tell me what I already knew.
Spirits awaken, hear the voice of reasoning. Nigeria, our green, white, green.
Remember I made a video where we talked about how two superpowers or two world giants are fighting over Nigeria. In that video, we analyzed their strategy and their success so far, as well as Nigeria's position and strategy in accepting their partnership. Well, the reality is much bigger than that. Hello beautiful people. In this channel, we'll bring you authentic and reasonable analogies that will expose, that will enlighten and prepare you as a partaker in this global village. I want you all to share this video with your loved ones and sit back to analyze this video with me.
Most people don't realize that Nigeria is the sixth largest nation on earth.
Wow.
And is on track by 2030 to be the third largest nation on earth by 2050. By 2050, 1 in 13 human beings will be Nigerian. Their average age is just 18.2. So with the rest of the world aging and having the baby boom issue, Nigeria has the youth, and it's booming. It's also one of the top 5 members of OPEC. They have $1 trillion in mineral reserves, the minerals of the future, the lithium, the rare earth elements. And it's a very strategic location. They produce more films each year than Hollywood does. You've probably watched Nigerian movies on Netflix and didn't even know they came from Nigeria. And their music dominates the streaming charts. It's a very vibrant, fast-growing nation with a trajectory to be extremely influential in the future.
So Nigeria, if we are correct, is the sixth, although it should be the fifth because 235 million now, we are way bigger than that, but we'll flow with their figure. If you go back to 1950s, you will be shocked that Nigeria is way less populated than France, Ukraine, and United Kingdom. Fast forward to 50 years down the line, the population of Nigeria multiplied 7 times. And going by the statistics, in the 2050s, we're about to see a quadruple of the current population, which has both its positive impact and a detriment. And if that is the case, we are looking at 600 to 700 million Nigerians in Nigeria, and that will be the third largest population. Now, that is where it gets the attention. Nigerians do not really behave like the ordinary Africans or people from other nations. Naturally, Nigerians are aggressively built to achieve something and very hard at work. That means that millions of Nigerians will be abroad working, not just working, excelling, not just excelling both in Nigeria and abroad. They will be heading companies, scientific departments, developers, patents to drugs, inventions, owners of homes, owners of buildings, owners of companies all around the world, and peculiarly fathering, mothering, bringing up seeds, sowing seeds amongst themselves and with other races, hence multiplying sporadically, that in the next several years to come, 1 in 13 persons that you see on this earth will be a Nigerian.
Nigeria's GDP is going to be $15 trillion by 2050. Nigeria's going to be the third biggest economy in the world.
Wow.
That's the truth. Africa right now has 4 of the 10 fastest growing economies in the world is in Africa right now.
Let's go.
Technology, AI, finance, infrastructure, real estate. It is booming, right?
When did you start
because
full
it's
circle
all about the numbers.
Yeah.
Right? We have the youngest demographic in the world. 40% of the world's youth will be in Africa by 2050.
Damn.
Think about that.
40%
of the entire world's youth
yeah.
will be in Africa. So what that means for job creation, what that means for human resources, what that means for ideations, what that means for technology. Africa has 900 million smartphones by 2030. That's twice as many as America and Europe combined.
Damn.
And with fintech and everything else, everybody's doing everything on their smartphones in Africa. They've done that for years before we even started over here.
Before we did the pay by with the Apple Pay and whatever, they were doing
In
that
Kenya,
before.
in Kenya, that's everybody's.
They were doing that. Yep.
Yeah,
I saw a whole video on that. Damn.
Right. So again, the work that we're doing is, and it's funny, people say, oh, it's so good of you to give back. I'm not giving back. This is economic development. This is investing. This is understanding that Africa is not an emerging market anymore.
Yeah.
It's a booming market in endless sectors.
And this is probably why you see a lot of the people from China starting to come into.
Not starting to come in. They've been in Africa for the last 20 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Investing, especially in infrastructure.
So we're just now finding out. Yeah.
Yeah.
For decades, they've been very busy in Africa.
Now, here is the thing. World leaders had studied this. Their analysts, their scientists already presented these facts to them. Every quarter, new locations are discovered with minerals in this beautiful nation, Nigeria. The more they dig, the more they see. The more they analyze, the more they discover. Currently, Nigeria sits as the 5th in Africa in terms of gold reserve. That is before it is discovered that so many other states in this nation harbor gold. We know about bitumen, a rare mineral, sits untouched in Edo State, in Lagos, in Ondo, and in Ogun State. Is it columbite and tin? Here comes the lithium and other magnificent minerals. As I speak to you, over 70 minerals, rare minerals, which America, the Russians, the Britons, the Middle Easterners, China, and others are looking for are all seated in Nigeria, one nation. All the minerals complete in their large, nearly untapped phase are sleeping in Nigeria. You've heard of the barytes, feldspar, antimony, laterite, the chalcocopyrite, the charlie, the zircon, topaz, trona, ruby, wolframite, rutile, lithium, ilmenite that is used for medical implants, the aquamarine, the bismuth, the corundum, the emerald, etc. Over 70 untapped rare minerals sitting in Nigeria in one nation.
Africa will be the most prominent, maybe the most prominent continent in the next 50 years. And so right now, what we're battling for in Nigeria is so much more than Nigeria. You're battling for there's a spiritual reality, but there's a physical reality of territory.
World leaders want Nigeria. Some want to hijack and are hijacking using religion as an excuse. Some are hijacking using protecting a group of people in Nigeria as an excuse. Some are already entering through the marketing angle. Some are entering through recruitment angle. But the fact is, each is greedy and wants the untapped resources for themselves. So marketing Nigeria and letting the world know about this secret will blow their cover and increase the competition. If you have common sense, you understand what I'm talking about. We are the Nigerians, the primary and the only owners of the land and its resources. We are the people who will multiply and be on the faces of the world. How do we ensure that we don't lose who we are in the nearest future? How do we prepare and preserve our resources, strategize on how it will develop us, and equally harness the untapped potential in this our nation? Other continents are already here. This is why the hatred is much. This is why the dragging is getting worse. It will not stop anytime soon because what we have, others wanted.
Tumbala,